They're trying to take your money away.
Of course, because I had the Lambo. I just bought a GT3. I live in the
That's right.
probably best apartment there. But it's life, you know. I'd accept the chessboard and then just make the best move based on it. I'm lucky that I have good information. And I moved if I don't like something, I move. I don't sit there and fucking cry about it from Australia. Like, I like that about you. You don't sit there in Australia and be like, Australia sucks. Like, oh, this place is crap after COVID. And then you're still living in the country. Just move, make your
You're not a true
feet, yeah.
But that's so good that you quickly acted before that was able to hit you, because we have a mutual friend. He's a business partner with Dan Bilzerian.
Okay, yeah.
And he lives in the same building as you.
Yeah.
And
Is it Alex?
Yeah, Alex.
Yeah.
And Alex goes, dude, the apartment that we live in is like professional soccer players live in.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's real plush.
Yeah, it's nice.
So
he's problematic.
Yeah.
He's more discreet than me.
Yeah.
Like, he's more low key.
Yeah, of course.
I'm more high key, loud, slapping people.
Yeah.
It's just life, right? But you can't be so bombastic in life. But you are who you are. Everyone has the quirks. But I was also I had to air it, and I was taking coke for most days. I got into
every day.
Most days.
Wow.
Hitting it hard. There's nothing to do, right? Like, you have your businesses, they kind of run themselves. You have your crypto stuff, you're still adding the things to the group. But then what do you do for the rest of the day? Like, work for me, I can do an hour or two a day and then do nothing. So I was hitting the coke just hard. And most days, not every day, but probably 5 days a week at the end of it.
Wow.
So I had to wrap it up. It's just fun, you know. For me, it's always going to be there. You know, I used to do it when I was selling myself. It's just always a thing that's going to be there. You know, my parents both gamble a lot, or used to. I don't know if they still do. So addiction's like, it's common in my family. You know, when I was young, I was at the casino all the time. Like, well, not all the time, but quite often. My parents would take me to the casino because they had gamble, and they would just take me there, and because these are a younger times. This would be, you know, nearly 30 years ago. So you could kind of be around that sort of area. You couldn't be in the actual casino itself, but you could still walk through the casino to different common areas, or see the excitement around the casino, and, you know, go to the pubs, and there's pokies everywhere. It wasn't as like restricted as it is now. You could kind of be around it. You could sit around it. And I used to see the casino, and I used to see and be like, everyone's so excited. This is where all the gangsters are. This is where all the people have money. This is where the hot girls are. You walk through the casino, there's like babes, like crowd casino. I'm from a fucking town of 200 people. We'd go to the casino sometimes, like the big casino, and it'd be like, holy shit, this is amazing. Like, this is more life that I want. And I ended up in the army, addicted to gambling. You know, I'd be playing pokies myself. And I realized it's not that glamorous. There's no, like, you know, it's not glamorous, bro. It's not a cool life. It's addicted to the pokies at that point, playing all the time, just gambling everything I had. And gambling money of, like, my ex-girlfriend. I'd get money off her, gamble it, just blowing through everything that I had. I'd leave the casino that many times with fucking zero. And zero in my account. And zero of anything. Almost zero it out because of that. But then you're growing up in that, and then I just replaced that with coke. And then I wouldn't gamble, but I also had the other thing. So addictions is just, for me, it's always something that's always gonna be there. But here I don't touch it. I would never be crazy enough to do it here.
No.
But the casino stuff kind of phases itself out. But it's just like the way that life goes. You know, it's like, I find that there's certain people have chaotic energy to them, and I do, and that chaotic energy is going to move to something. See, I always say that. People say, oh, but I'm addicted to this or I'm addicted to that, and then I'll just stop. And then I realize this chaotic energy is going to go somewhere. It's like an anxiety thing. It's like I don't know, it's like this energy, it's going to go somewhere. So it's maybe you drop the gambling, but then you're chasing girls nonstop. Maybe you drop the girls, but then you're going to drugs, drinking. Maybe you drop that and you're in the gym, one of those gym cells that's training 6 hours a day. Like, it's quite destructive. Like, why are you destroying yourself like that?
Yeah.
Like, I've said the same thing. When I see these big bodybuilders, I'm like, what happened to you? Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, correct.
What have you done? Like, what broke you to get into, why am I looking at this giant shell? Like some big crab in front of me, you know, like something broke you internally and you've tried to fix it with the external.
Correct.
But there's still that soft spot inside that I know that I can break you again if I can find it.
When I used to walk through my gyms, I see like a big guy. I'm like, damn, who broke your heart?
Yeah, something.
That's what I broke
you. Yeah. Or who made you feel small? But you still feel small.
Yeah.
You gotta feel big enough.
Correct.
There's still something, like, it's mental. You're trying to fix a mental problem with a physical problem.
The bigger you are, the smaller you are in your head.
Yeah, I would believe that.
You know?
They're trying to replace bricks over something that's damaged them.
Yeah.
There's something broke and they tried to put 1,000 bricks on top of it. So the external is strong, but internal is still weak.
Yes.
Something's happened. And why do you need to punish yourself so much? Why are you in the gym 6 hours a day, 4 hours a day, 3 hours a day? Why do you need to hurt yourself so much? And then they can't often understand it. Like, why you're breaking yourself still? You know, you're not meant to do that.
I feel like Dubai's so good for you then.
Yeah, Dubai's good for me for that.
Dubai's great for you.
Yeah, it's good for me for that.
No gambling, no drugs.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
I feel like if you're here long enough, you will never want to go back into it.
Yeah, of course. That's the goal. I had my mum here. She quite liked it, so I can bring family around. So it's good for that, you know. But I'm very conscious of my flaws like that. You know, I'm not the guy who stands here and says, "Oh, I'll never do coke again. I promise my kids that I'm just I'll never gamble. You know, I'll never," because it's bullshit. Like, yeah, I'm second by second. I could be back in fucking Euro doing coke tomorrow. I don't know. Like, I don't know to say that. You know, like I'm living a second at a time. I'm not ignorant, you know what I mean? Because I know that this shit can change. It can happen.
So you like, I was going to ask you, have you decided you're going to live in Dubai and you're going to set up shop here?
Yeah, I'm going to live in Dubai. I'm going to go, so early December, I'm going to go to Brazil. I want to do a boga. So I'm going to try that.
Early when?
Early December.
December, you're going to go where?
To do Brazil. Oh, no, Costa Rica, sorry, to do a boga.
What's a boga?
It's like ayahuasca.
Ah, yeah.
To jump in the big dog thing.
Yeah.
I've had a calling for it for almost 10 years.
Yeah. Damn.
Never done ayahuasca, but I have smoked DMT. And I'll tell you a funny DMT story. I've smoked it 3 times. I smoked it once before I left Warsaw. I smoked it. I had friends here, some girls were around. I was smoking that. I had this magical experience seeing fucking unicorns. Oh, I see these rainbows, all this shit. Great, beautiful girls. They're very sweet. I smoke it. I smoke it. Give me another one. Massive. I didn't even measure the dose that I had. So it's like you hit it a bit and you can see some traces or whatever. But if you hit it enough, you kind of like, feels like you're a rocket and you hit the atmosphere, but then also just go that bit further and can get like into space. Yeah. And then I hit it, I look around, I look out over the city and it's just nothing but like demons, like demonic, like just black. Like the place is just like, I'm in like a demon haven. And then I felt like there was this like presence over me. And then my friend Akash, I don't know if you've met him before. No. He's Sri Lankan. He told me that he saw the same thing. He saw like this demonic figure standing over me. It's part of why I left the city. But then, the second, so I hit it the first time I saw all that stuff, felt like, you know, kind of still comfortable. I felt okay. Because I think I got like a darkness around me all the time. And I think it's like my strongest side is that dark side, accepting that you've got your flaws and things like that. And you can still use them to your advantage. But then I hit it the second time. So the same night, hit it. Biggest dose that I've seen, massive. And then I hit it, I go up again. I hit it actually 3 times because I lay back and did it again. And then I get up to the top, like, so I feel like I'm having like an out of body experience, hit the stratosphere, go up again. And then this figure, like this like hooded figure grabs my face, like holds it and then pushes me back down to my body and tells me to fuck off. Don't fuck with DMT and don't make like this isn't a joke. This isn't a game. Why are you using this for entertainment? Don't touch this shit. And he said, one day when you can treat it with respect, you can come back. And I hit my body. It was like 10 seconds. And I stood up and I was sober. And I walked around and stone cold sober. Girls are like this. And I'm like stone cold sober. All the visuals, everything had gone. Just vanished. Wow. Instantly. And I just said, stop fucking around with DMT. And then I didn't take another dose and didn't do anything again.
So you vividly remember?
I vividly remember something grabbing my face. And throwing me back to my body, yeah. And I felt like I could see it going all the way down to the apartment.
Did that face look familiar to you?
No, it just looked like a hooded figure. I couldn't see exactly what it was. But it was definitely a man. And it told me to stop fucking around with DMT.
Holy fuck.
And one day when you can treat it with respect, come back to me, talk to me. Till then, don't fuck with this substance. Wow. And I didn't. I hit my body, stood up, completely sober. And I was like, fuck, I'm tripping out there. Get the coke. Yeah. And I was trying to tell people about it, but then I'm like, actually, I'm not going to tell anyone about this one.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to freak everyone else out. Because they're still hitting it, still doing stuff. They're like, do you want to try again? I'm like, nah. I've had enough.
My ex did it the day her grandma died.
Oh.
And she said her grandma was in a black doorway saying, don't worry, everything's going to be okay. Yeah. I'm watching over you, blah, blah, blah. And she closed the door.
Do you believe that stuff?
Do I believe her story?
No, I think you believe that people look over other people.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah,
100%. I'll tell you why. Every time I see somebody that has had a death in their family, mom, dad, whatever, their life afterwards just skyrockets.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know why.
Do you feel like he almost collects souls to look after you?
Yeah.
No, I think they collect them in the physical too. Like in the physical world. Like you collect people that look after you, the physical.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like the more emotionality that is attached to you, if a girl's sitting at home crying about you or she's sitting at home loving you, there's power there. It like it comes and can almost bend the fabric of